Hi folks, welcome back to the Horde. I'm going to do this in two videos because the other video was becoming a bit long. So about 6:30, September 29th, Sunday, and you can see the temperature's already falling. It's at 68 degrees. So little parental guidance here.
That was easy.
Bullshit level, DEFCON 5!
Yep, there we are. So this week is going to be another busy guy. I want to put some time in on the workbench here. The garage, and to that end I'll show you I stopped at Home Depot on the way home from the flea market. So yeah, I didn't get home from the market until after 12 noon. So it was a very long day. You know, I was at work last night for about 5:15. Been kind of busy there. So which means I was up at about 3:30 yesterday, and then to go straight until noon today was a very long day. Obviously I had to sleep in a bit. Sleep 6 hours and then get up and make this video. Okay, a friend of mine was saying, hey, I got all this metal floating around the house. I don't know what to do with it. I hate to cut it up and put it in the garbage a little bit at the time. I said, yo, I should be running scrap. So he gave me these well tanks and exhaust pipe. That's a exhaust thing for over the range, a microwave. He also threw in some brake rotors and pads. You know, this is 7 cents a pound stuff. But given that it's already in the truck here, gives me a good reason to run scrap this week. I'm going to take a look at that hood, see if it's any good. The microwave, I'll take the cord off of. Why? Because that's what I do. So that's first of all. Second of all, I don't even know if you guys could see it in here. I picked up attic stairs. These go in a 22.5 to 54-inch opening. My beam spacing, I'm 24 on center, which gives me 22 in between the two beams. So these are the stairs that'll go in the basement. You guys can see they're Werners. Got them at Home Depot. I got the wooden ones, which are good up to $250. They were $112. So rather than fool around with bent up ladders over there and trying to piece something together, I'm just going with the attic stairs. Not that I wanted to throw around $100+, but you know, I wanted to start getting this crap done. That bent up ladder, I'm going to cut it up. I weighed it. It's about 40 pounds, 45 pounds at 50 cents a pound. You know, I'm not going to get rich, but you know, I should get $20 for it or whatever. So I paid 10. I'll sell it for 20, and that'll add to this scrap hoard here. And lastly, I don't know if you guys can see that white stuff that's bent up. That is it's trim, plastic trim. I'm going to use that to hold the tarp to the hoop building. Remember I showed you guys I had plywood strips along the bottom of the tarp to hold it down. That plywood, as soon as it gets wet, gets rained on a few times, and it you know, once it's wet, it freezes and all, it's just going to split, delaminate. Next thing I know, the tarp's going to come off, or all that's going to be holding the tarp are the individual screws without anything to help distribute the stress of being held to the frame, which means the tarp will probably start to tear where the screws go through. So we don't need that. It was a lot of effort to put up the tarp chamois and or the hoop buildings. I'd rather not wreck them. For you folks that don't live right here in the Hudson Valley with me, that you guys could see the leaves are starting to change. We had our first frost. It was last Monday or Tuesday. I don't think it was what one would call a killer frost, but there was some ice on the windows when we woke up and went to the car. So that's that. And the last project, and I got to do it first thing tomorrow. We all know that October 1st is Tuesday. Well, this thing runs out of inspection October 1st. So I gotta get this thing through inspection. Normally it passes fairly easily. It's a 1996. So it's the first year here in New York that they actually have to pass emissions. So it does have to go through emissions testing. I bought a set of wipers for it, which it looks like I already lost. Hopefully they're in one of the other cars. They're just not in this one. This thing, when I got it inspected last year, I really don't put a lot of miles on this puppy, but 36,226, and now it's got 38,000 on it. So I don't put a lot of miles on this thing, but between inspections. So once again, normally it passes. I don't know. I've probably told you guys the story of this rig 1,000 times, but just one more quick story. I got a couple of minutes before I have to end this. It's a Ranger. This I bought new. It's an absolute strippo. No air conditioning, manual steering. I had to install the radio myself. It's a 4-speed or 5-speed, excuse me. 5-speed, once again, manual steering. It does have power brakes, 2-wheel drive. It's got the little 4-cylinder in it. I think it's the 2.3. Brand new, was out the door. It was just over 10, like 10,300. I think I bought it. It was $9,800. $99, and then there was a $500 rebate. So that's where this came from. I bought it out in what is it called, Pleasant Valley. So a little ways from. There used to be a Ford dealer in Pleasant Valley. They've since, it used to be called Pleasant Valley Ford. They have since closed. They were taken over by somebody known as Miracle Ford, and I'm told that the person running it at Miracle Ford had a distraction. He had an addiction problem, so it didn't. Miracle Ford didn't last very long, and now there's a dealership there, some kind of tractor dealership or something. So, yep, we can see the leaves are changing. Anyway, I just got to go through it, make sure all the lights are with me, change the wipers, because the place I take them for inspection loves to sell wipers. I can buy both wipers, blades, and everything for like $14. They get me for $22 for just refills there, so obviously I don't like it. Last time I brought it in for inspection, they gave me some grief because they said the tail light lens is cracked. I'm like, come on guys, it's not leaking, doesn't affect, it's not cracked where you look at it, you know, the trim is cracked. So we went around, and I think the guy saw by the look on my face that, yeah, if you flunk me for that, no problem, I'll come back, get it re-inspected when I buy a new lens, but I'll never be back after that. I did put a class 3 on this thing. It tows fairly well. It's strong enough to tow. But if you got like 1,500 pounds that you're towing with it, it does start to push the back of the truck around quite a lot. This is a light truck. I think it weighs 2,700 pounds. So you put 1,500 pounds and you start, picking the speed up. It will push you around. I mean, you can see how much the tail moves. So anyway, the Ranger pickup, folks, the Ranger pickup. Okay, guys, tires down, handlebars up. Thanks for watching, subscribing, commenting. Love the comments. Keep the comments coming. And we'll catch you on the next episode of The Horde. Musty One, you did better with that free stuff than I did with everything I bought. Good job out there, huh? Homie likes the free stuff. Take care, guys.